Sometimes Marvel villains want to be so edgy that they forget their target is way above their pay grade.
Your powers are inconsequential compared to mine.
Yeah, but the kids see more movies.
Here are the best moments when villains mess with the wrong guy in Marvel movies. Also, become a member so no one messes with your early access to our videos. Yeah, I don't think there are many villains out there who would have regretted their actions as much as the High Evolutionary. Bro really thought he was the main character after giving himself such a badass name, only to get totally wrecked by a talking raccoon. Well, it was the talking raccoon and all of his pals, but you get what I mean. The High Evolutionary had made Rocket's life absolutely tragic, so this beatdown was nothing short of satisfying.
His face came off.
It's a mask.
Look what you did to me.
Each of the team's members had a fair go at him, and they made sure the High Evolutionary would never forget such a humiliating defeat. Also, the dude's face reveal was, less than pleasant. I actually could have done without it. Anyway, despite getting owned so badly by our heroes, the High Evolutionary was still allowed to live, because Rocket ain't about vengeful payback. He's a freaking guardian of the galaxy for crying out loud.
Kill him. Why?
Because I'm a freaking guardian of the galaxy.
Wenwu was such a crazy character that it felt like such a waste to lose him after the Shang-Chi movie. Now, he was kinda like a temporary villain in the movie, but in this particular sequence, he's just a gangster who's gonna make an example out of the Iron Gang.
We found the man responsible for killing your mother. It is your right to finish this for both of us. And when you return, we will rebuild the Ten Rings to what it once was.
Needless to say, he kicks their butts with absolute disrespect, with his kids standing in as the live audience. I gotta say, I love the way Wenwu shifts instantly from a ruthless killing machine to a loving father for his son. Tony Leung is truly a magnificent actor, and it's a miracle that they managed to get him to play this movie.
如果我当初没有把他们摘下来，那些混蛋根本就不敢动手，为了他们付出代价。
What's even crazier is that he had suggested using more complete martial arts, as it would have made more sense for such an old fighter to know the various styles. However, the director told him this is a Marvel movie, and they don't do that here. Ugh, the MCU should really have let him cook. After all, they owe all their success to a man named Tony.
And you ground and pound till he makes no sound because he's dead.
Shut the f up. Oh my god.
Okay, good luck. I'm a huge fan.
Imagine finally getting your chance to fight your eternal rival after 24 years and you get offed in one strike. Yep, that's the story of wannabe Chad Bro Sabertooth. I won't consider Liev Schreiber's version here because Tyler Mane is the OG nemesis. He may have done much better against Logan in the first X-Men movie, but the Wolverine doesn't usually let his opponents walk over him multiple times so easily. Over here, he literally one-shots Sabertooth and slices off his head, which is a very Wolverine thing to do. I know Logan's the wrong guy to mess with, but this was still a bit too easy for our boy. The disrespect was real, but it's not like Sabertooth could have done anything about it. Honestly, there's no way you can recover from losing so much aura, so I suppose he's better off not being in a state to live through the embarrassment.
I have the Wolverine! I alone control her! You come for me! You come for her!
What is this?
Well, it's everything you ever wanted. Eternal life is part of the one. You're not gonna like it.
Okay, I think we can all agree that Kaecilius was a grade A jerk. The man had evil intentions, was super greedy, and he used cheap shots to score a fake W against the Ancient One. Of course, this is also a testament to Mads Mikkelsen's phenomenal acting talents, but as far as I'm concerned, it was quite satisfying to watch Kaecilius and his crew getting disintegrated and absorbed into Dormammu's dark dimension. Stephen Strange played him a bit too well, and this was like a side quest considering his main opponent at the time was freaking Dormammu.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
You've still got to hand it to Kaecilius. This man really thought he was going to stand up to the Sorcerer Supreme and get away with it. So I suppose that kind of delusion warranted his eventual fate. He and his zealots get their eternal lives, but they sure as heck aren't going to enjoy it.
Come on, Peter Tingle.
Well, now we've got quite the manipulator on our hands. Mysterio had a lot of fun messing around with Peter Parker during the first half of Far From Home, but that joy was never going to last long for him, was it? In the final battle, our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man activates his Spidey sense to the max, which totally bamboozled Beck, considering he'd assumed his illusions were going to work on Peter without fail.
Stark was right. You do deserve that. You can't trick me anymore.
I swear this guy's just as toxic as Taylor Swift claims his actor to be. Personal relationships aside, it was a nice W for Spidey, although Mysterio did try one final deception before biting the dust. Also, how did Bro die just from losing his glasses? Did that drone shot actually kill him? I'm a bit confused about this, so please help me out in the comments if you can.
Spider-Man's real name is... Spider-Man's name is Peter Parker.
What the f?
Bring it down hard.
Someday, put it together.
What are you doing?
Dance off, bro. Me and you.
With the Michael Jackson movie dominating the box office, we figured we should also throw in a few dance moves ourselves. Of course, these aren't coming from the TV Regent, but from Star-Lord, who manages to confuse the heck out of Ronan with his tactic. The villain must have been thinking that Peter Quill has lost his mind, but underestimate him at your own peril. It's not even like Bro was being suspicious about it, because when Ronan asked him what he was doing, Peter straight up revealed it was a distraction.
What are you doing?
I'm distracting you, you big turd blossom.
See, the man kills his enemies with honesty. That's a trait you don't find often these days. Anyway, for a dude named Ronan the Accuser, he really should have done a lot more accusing, because at least that way, he would have figured out the plan much earlier.
You're mortal. How?
Said it yourself. We're the Guardians of the Galaxy. Painful, aren't they?
Why is it that the most overconfident beings always happen to come from outer space? Ebony Maw got one tiny W over Doctor Strange, and he thought he could afford to look down on freaking Iron Man? Nah, that's not how this game works.
Could end your friend's life in an instant.
I gotta tell you, he's not really my friend. Saving his life is more of a professional courtesy.
And that creepy space Squidward didn't even get time to realize that he messed up big time when he got done in. Tony and Peter came together with a brilliant plan inspired by 1986's Aliens, and the execution was on point. Maw looked super creepy even in his death pose, but I guess that just aligns with his brand image. Wouldn't you agree?
I don't work for you.
And due to that fact, we're now in a flying donut, billions of miles from Earth with no backup.
I'm back up.
No, you're still away. The adults are talking.
I'm in the middle of an interrogation. This moron is giving me everything.
I did.
Let me put you on hold.
A wise Magneto once told us never to trust a beautiful woman, especially if she's interested in us.
Mr. L'Oreal, never trust a beautiful woman, especially one who's interested in you.
Well, Black Widow took that line and gave us her own version of never trust a beautiful woman who lets you tie her up. The Russians sure fell for that trap, and honestly, they should have been a bit more careful when dealing with a literal Avenger. Sure, Natasha Romanoff doesn't have superpowers, but she does have super deceit, and that's what lets her own everyone in this sequence. She struck when everyone's guard was down, and that was pretty much the decisive factor.
Where's Barton now?
We don't know.
But he's alive.
You set the terms, you can change them.
All right.
The dangers of artificial intelligence had reached such unprecedented levels in Age of Ultron that it ended up being an AI robot that led to the AI villain's downfall.
But we need to go.
So, Vision isn't exactly Jarvis, but you could say that Jarvis is a part of him, so I guess Bro did get his revenge by the end of it. Ultron anyway did look down on the Avengers and didn't even consider Vision to be a threat as such. This is exactly what led to his defeat.
It's terribly well balanced.
Well, if there's too much weight, you lose power when you swing.
As Vision managed to kick him off the internet and restricted him to just the robot bodies. He then went on to destroy the final robot hosting Ultron's consciousness too. That's pretty savage for a dude who gives off such peaceful vibes.
It's a privilege to be among them.
You're unbearably naive.
Well, I was born yesterday.
You took everything from me.
I don't even know who you are.
You will.
It's understandable for Thanos to think he's inevitable or whatever, but the Mad Titan shouldn't have brushed Wanda off as if she was an NPC. Sure, this is not the same variant who killed Vision, but rage is rage, and if it's coming from Wanda, you can rest assured her opponent's getting wrecked. Heck, she almost ended the whole fight by herself, but then Mr. Purple Baldy decided to use his ship's ammunition to destroy everything, including his own soldiers. I can't say I agree with such tactics, but then again, the man must have almost wet his pants after seeing the power level he was dealing with.
And if we don't?
Then it won't be Wanda who comes for her. It will be the Scarlet Witch.
Hope you liked the video, so please subscribe to the TV Regent and become a member for early access to new videos.